to IndyMark Saraswati Plus division. Today's class is on purgatives and laxatives. This class will be helpful for MBBS students, BSc nursing students and allied healthcare professionals. So, when the question of laxatives or purgatives arise, so we must arise in our mind what is the definition of constipation. Constipation is defined as passage of hard, small, little amount of stool less than 3 to 4 times in a week and making a sensation of bloating and fullness of the stomach. So this is the definition of the constipation. So key point is less than 3 to 4 stool per week and hard, small, solid stool, and 3 a discomfort feeling, bloating of the stomach and a sense of heaviness or fullness of the stomach. Now coming to the classification of our drugs, laxatives or purgatives. Purgatives simply classified as bulk purgatives. Bulk means which increases the volume of the stool, and again bulk purgatives are divided into number 1 osmotic related to purgatives, that is example is number 1 magnesium hydroxide or magnesium sulfate, sodium potassium tartarate and sodium phosphate. So again I am repeating the salt which has osmotic action, magnesium hydroxide, magnesium sulfate and also sodium phosphate and sodium potassium tartarate. Next coming to the hydrophilic colloid. Hydrophilic colloid is also a bulk forming purgative. Example is methyl cellulose and agar-agar. Methyl cellulose and agar-agar. Then coming to sorbitol and other alcohols and lactulose. Lactulose we know a highly sweetened disaccharide used for liver disease, hepatic encephalopathy, but it is a very good laxative or purgatives. Often diabetic rasagolla are made of this lactulose, and so here I am written it osmotic purgatives, that is silent purgative, and then hydrophilic colloids, methyl cellulose, agar-agar, and another is most common to us, that is everyday and from ancient times, so we are taking, that is vegetable bulk forming purgative, that is isabgula or physalam seeds. Isabgula in Bengali is called as bhusi. So bulk forming purgative, that's which are forming bulk of the stool. So number 1 is osmotic salts, magnesium hydroxide, magnesium sulfate, H2, magnesium sulfate formula is MgSO4 7H2O. 7H2O is called as water of crystallization, and then sodium potassium tartarate and sodium phosphate. Then is hydrophilic colloid, that is methyl cellulose and agar-agar, and another is lactulose and sorbitol, and another is dietary brand physalam and hogs, that is vegetable bulk forming purgatives. Now coming to the another variety, that is called stimulant purgative. Stimulant purgative is again divided into 2 categories. Number 1, anthraquinone derivative. Anthraquinone derivative. What are the examples of anthraquinone derivative? That is castor oil, cascara and senna. Senna is the leaf of a tree. And another variety is diphenyl methane varieties. Diphenyl methane varieties is phenolphthalein, bisacodyl, etc. are the diphenyl methane varieties. Bisacodyl is very much important It is available mostly as a tablet form, 5 mg, and it is later on I am coming to the details. It is given at the night time, and where in the morning defecation occurs, and prior to radiological examination, bisaconazole is generally given. So this is an example of diphenyl methane varieties of stimulant purgatives. Now coming to another varieties, stool softeners. Stool softener is Docusate. Docusate, they are also called surfactant. They are also called surfactant laxative. Paraffin, glycerol, these are the stool softener. Next, coming to the prokinetics agent. Prokinetics means which causes increased movement of the guard. Prokinetics is that etopride, cisapride, mosapride, tegaseroid. These are the prokinetic agents. And another variety is miscellaneous varieties. Most importantly is lubiprostone. Lubiprostone is in the miscellaneous varieties. Also another important agent that we are given prior to colonoscopy, that is PEG, polyethyl glycol. PEG or polyethyl glycol. The pharmacology for MBBS student, there is 6 practical drug preparation, among which magnesium sulfate or MgSO4 7A H2 is one of the components. So out of every 6 student will get one of this magnesium sulfate, and examiner will ask you in viva regarding this drug. Also in prescription writing there is a bisaconazole, and there is, I think there is 20 prescription card, and among 20 prescription card, so every alternate 20 student will get bisaconazole prescription. So purgatives and laxatives are very much important for your viva process as well as in your entire career for practice. Now I am coming to the individual agents. What is called osmotics? Osmotics means the substance which draw water inside and increases the force of peristalsis and stool defecation. So in GERD, more water is equal to more defecation. So we are giving MgSO4, magnesium sulfate solution, magnesium hydroxide, various salts which draws more water in the intestine and makes the stool softener, increase the peristalsis both in bigot and red, and eliminate the stool or helps in the process of the defecation. Now coming to the bulk purgatives, another is vegetable branch, isabgol. What they act, how they act. They are dietary fibers. What do you mean by dietary fibers? The fibers which are not digested by our eliminatory juice or pancreatic juice, these are called dietary fibers. So these are the dietary fibers. But what they do, they absorb a lots of water. They absorb a lot of water and swollen up. And when they swell up, they forms a bulk, and that bulk increases our intestine peristalsis. So they swell up, forms a bulk, and increases the peristalsis both in vigot and red. So defecation occurs. Number 1. Number 2, dietary fibers contain pectins, PECTIN, pectins, and these pectins are somewhat digested by the gut bacteria, and that digested products also swell up and increase the peristalsis of the gut. Remember, pectins are the food of the gut bacteria. So there will be more gut bacteria. As there is more food is equal to more gut bacteria. So there is pectin, so more gut bacteria is equal to more amount of stool. Remember, 30% of our stool volume is the gut bacteria. 30% of our stool is gut bacteria. So more gut bacteria due to more food pectin is equal to more stool formation is equal to easy defecation. Number 3. This is not directly related to purgative or laxative action, but you must remember it. One of the component of cholesterol is bile acid, lecithin, and bile salt. So these dietary fibers binds with the bile salts, bile acid, and they are eliminated in the form of defecation or fecal matter. So there is loss of bile salt, bile acid, hence there is loss of cholesterol. So when there is more dietary fibers in our diet, so there will be chance of less cholesterol. Now I am coming to our second portion of the bulk purgative, that is very much important, lactulose. Lactulose is a disaccharide, pink in color. In your Kesidas Rasagolla soap, you will see diabetic Rasagollas are pink in color, and they are nothing but made of lactulose. Though lactulose has disaccharide, 2 sugars, but these are insoluble. So diabetes patient can easily take it, have taste of sugar, but his blood sugar will not increase. This is the property of lactulose. But lactulose is not popular, is not as much as popular as purgatives or laxative, but it is very much popular and essential drug of hepatic encephalopathy. What do you mean by hepatic encephalopathy or fulminant liver disease? Hepatic encephalopathy means brain affection due to liver disease. How brain is affected due to liver disease? Due to excess formation of ammonia. Our normal serum ammonia level is within 50 IU per liter. But in hepatic encephalopathy, ammonia level increase. It goes up above 100. How ammonia formation occurs? In gut, due to bacteria, there is formation of ammonia, and that ammonia is eliminated by liver. But here the liver is not working, so that ammonia is not eliminated. That ammonia is absorbed in the blood and crosses BBB, that is blood-brain barrier. By crossing the blood-brain barrier, it goes to the brain and causes encephalopathy. Patients become unconscious, disoriented, incoherent talk, flapping tremor. These are the signs and symptoms of hepatic encephalopathy. Maybe alcoholic or due to cirrhosis of the liver or carcinoma of the liver, there may be precipitation of hepatic encephalopathy. And when this hepatic encephalopathy precipitates, our primary aim is to decrease the brain ammonia level, and that is we achieve by the help of the serum lactulose. What is the serum lactulose? It breaks down in the gut to form an acidic media. That is, it provides one hydrogen ion, H plus ion. So lactulose breaks down in the gut to provide one H plus ion. And that H plus ion very simply binds with ammonia, NH3. NH3 plus H plus ion is equal to NH4 formation. And that NH4 is not going to the brain or not responsible for hepatic encephalopathy. So simple principle, lactulose donates one H plus ion that converts NH3 to NH4, and NH4 is not harmful. It is not absorbed and doesn't go to the brain, and hence ammonia formation is decreased.